Welcome everybody, you made it to day 2 of our 6-day water challenge. I'm so excited you're here. Once again, I have you in my backyard with the creek flowing, that the water theme is really good. So yesterday I gave you a video, it was 20 minutes long, and I apologize for the length, but I know all of the information is so important. This video will be much shorter, but if you didn't listen to yesterday's video, be sure to go back and check it out. We talked about the difference between hydration, detoxification, why we need to drink a gallon of water every day, if we need minerals, how our body uses the water to support the liver and kidneys versus simply being hydrated, and so much more. So check out yesterday's video. Today is going to be much shorter, and I'm going to tell you the trick to the trade in order to get 1 gallon of water in. So 1 gallon of water is the challenge for all of you to get into your body each day during these 6 days and hopefully beyond. It is the #1 method to push the inflammation that's stuck inside of your body out, and it's really important to support the detoxification process. 1 gallon of water is 128 ounces or 4 quarts. This is a quart. A quart is 32 ounces. So if you have a water bottle with a 32 ounce water bottle, you need to drink 4 of those. If you have a water bottle for 20 ounces, you want to drink 5.5 of those. If you have a water bottle that's 40 ounces like I do, then you drink about 3 of those, okay? Having large water bottles makes it easier for you to constantly have water available to you, and therefore you end up drinking more. That's why I encourage everyone to get a nice large water bottle for this challenge. Each day you're tracking how much water you have, and I hope that you guys have posted already from day 1 a picture of you drinking the water in our Freedom from Inflammation group. I hope that you have written down and posted in the group how much water you drank. So make sure you do that every single day. We are celebrating with you, cheering you on, and it definitely inspires everyone else to take action. So how in the world do we get a gallon of water per day, and what happens if I'm not thirsty? Okay, you guys, here's the thirst component. If we're not drinking enough water, our body has a thirst mechanism. It deactivates. This happens way back from our hunter and gatherer days, when we would walk from one water source to the next, from a river or lake to another river or lake. We didn't have water bottles. We didn't have cups that we could carry our water in. And the body would go into a state of suffering if it didn't have water available to drink. In order to put our body out of that physical sensation of suffering, it deactivated its thirst mechanism. The way the thirst mechanism is reactivated is if water goes into the mouth, into the body, and the body knows, hey, water's available. It then sends a signal to the brain that says, hey, I'm thirsty, let's drink. This is a good thing. I need more of this. And that's what actually makes you thirsty. So it's this really funny thing. If you don't drink very much water, very often you won't feel thirsty. And when you drink more and more water, so often you actually become thirstier because your body is saying, yes, yes, water is available to me, drink more of it. So we're going to do a little science experiment to see if that happens to you. It'll be really fun. Let us know in the Facebook group. And I'm going to tell you today how to get that gallon of water in. I have a very equated system. Those of you who've read my book, Piece of Cake, The Secret to an Anti-Inflammatory Diet, you guys are ahead of the game. You've already read the chapter on water. If you don't have my book or haven't read it, grab yourself a copy and be sure to check out the water chapter, because I walk you through exactly what we're going to do today. So the easiest way to get this gallon of water in, 128 ounces or 4 quarts, is to wake up in the morning, go to the bathroom, and before you eat or drink anything, chug 32 ounces. That's 1/4 of your water that will be done, taken care of, and out of the way very first thing in the morning. Most importantly, very first thing in the morning, you're drinking a bunch of water, and it's telling the body that water is available to you. Not just a little bit, but a lot of water is available to you. Our body thinks, hey, I'm at a water reservoir. It doesn't know you can walk up to the kitchen sink and drink water. It actually has to go into the mouth in order for it to know water is available. And it will know a lot of water is available, which will activate that thirst mechanism, which is exactly what we want to help remind you to keep drinking water all day long. So those of you who were in college, I'm going to have you channel the inner, or inner beer drinking college self or college person that you knew who used to drink beer. If you've never seen that or been that, then props to you. You can imagine it, I'm sure, from a movie or something you've seen. You're gonna chug the water. It typically takes around 35 seconds or less to chug 32 ounces of water. What takes a long time to drink water is if you fill up a glass and you sit and you check your email and you go scroll through Facebook and Instagram, you read the newspaper, you help get your kids ready for school, you drink some coffee, you might have a glass, maybe half a glass of water done by the time you need to go to the office to work to take care of chores or errands. So we need to have this watered down, because what happens is if you've only drinking a little bit and you're off to the day, you're not thinking about drinking water, your thirst mechanism is deactivated, it's not telling you to drink water, and we simply forget. This is about increasing our awareness around water intake this week. So, very first thing we're going to chug, and I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to demonstrate how you can chug 1 quart of water, 32 ounces, really quickly. So are you ready? Those of you taught with a stopwatch, get ready, get set, and I want you to time me. Here we go. Deep breath. All gone. You guys, that feels so good to get that water in. So that was 32 ounces. I'm guessing it was around 35 seconds or so that it took me to drink that. Now my body is going to say, hooray, water's available. It's going to remind me that I'm thirsty. And the very next thing I need to do in order to get this gallon of water in is immediately go to my kitchen sink, or if you have a large water bottle where you're keeping your water cold in your car, however it may be, and fill your water back up. Ideally to the top. I ran out of water. Fill your water bottle back up. So now it's morning time. You've got your first quart in and you want to just sip. Sip on your water. You will be thirsty. Sip on your water throughout the morning, and at noon you can set a timer on your watch, or when you stop for lunch, have some sort of reminder that at noon, however much water is left, so maybe I drank this much, however much water is left, I'm going to stop and chug that, okay? Just like I did in the morning. Again, immediately refill. You guys, the reason I'm saying immediately refill is how many times have you had an empty glass of water and you tell yourself, oh, I'll refill it in a minute, and you're kind of thirsty and you're like, I'll get to it in a minute. But all these other things need your attention, and hours go by before you actually fill that glass of water up. I know that's happened to me a million times, but if we're going to drink a gallon of water each day, we don't have hours to waste. We need to be drinking throughout the day pretty consistently. So make sure you fill your water bottle up, fill your cup up, whatever it is that you're using to measure the amount of water. It's important to use the same size cup or water bottle so that it's easy to count. If you're doing different sizes here or there and randomly, it's very easy to lose track of how much water you're drinking, and you may think you're drinking more than you really are. All right, noon's hit. We chugged this whole water bottle, our second one. We're going to refill up again right away. Sip on it until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Put a timer on your phone. It's when I pick my kids up from school, so that's how I know. Sometimes it's when you get cravings or low energy. And the very first thing we're going to do is chug our third water bottle. Whatever we haven't drank from noon to 3, we're going to chug it again. Fill it up, and for the very last water bottle, the very last 32-ounce water bottle, we'll sip on it and chug at 6 o'clock. That allows for you to have time to eliminate and go to the bathroom before nighttime, because you may be waking up at nighttime to pee a few more times than you're used to for a few days or a week, until again we get those big boulders that we talked about yesterday of inflammation out of the body. So that is the trick to getting a gallon of water in. If you are someone, I like to do large water bottles. This one's 40 ounces, so I need just slightly over 3 water bottles. And because I travel, I'm in my car, I have my kids, I'm running around, I find for me that having a larger water bottle that I don't have to refill as much actually allows me to succeed more times than not. If you have a 20-ounce water bottle, we'll pretend this is 20 ounce, and remembering 5 could be a little bit more tricky, that you need to drink 5 water bottles, 5.5. You can get some rubber bands. Imagine this is like a rubber band. I don't have one, but get 5 rubber bands. And every time you drink, move the rubber band from the bottom to the top. Okay? And once all your rubber bands are at the top, then you know you've drank your 5 or 5.5 20-ounce water bottles. That is the trick to getting in a gallon of water per day. You guys, take some pictures, show me how you're drinking, how much you're drinking, what's happening. If you have questions, if chugging just does not work for you, there are some people who cannot assimilate the water that often. That's fine. Drink it consistently throughout the day. You have a little bit more of a challenge to drink it consistently throughout the day rather than getting it all at once. And also know that over the course of the next few weeks, if you continue drinking a lot of water, your body will become, it will assimilate the water more easily. If people have not drank very much water, you're really, really hydrated and the cells aren't receptive to absorbing water as quickly. So it just takes a little bit more time to adjust. Mwah! Hugs and kisses. Let me know how it goes. Have a great day.